I am a peer support specialist at a mental health agency, Chemical Dependency Mental Health, and I am a mother of 4 children. I'm a birth mother, and I'm part of the Birth Mothers Speaker Panel. I have been chemically, or had been chemically dependent most of my life from 9 years old. Early pregnancy, unprotected sex, and it led to chemically dependent and alcohol-affected children. This has always been a topic that I have hidden and been very ashamed of. I was severely addicted to alcohol and crack, and I went into labor in a crack house. And I had to go walk to a neighbor's house to get help, which I didn't know the neighbor. Knocked on the door and they called an ambulance, and I was in labor going to University of Washington. Very scared. I knew I was toxic. And when I had my son, he came back positive. I think the moment my life had changed, I don't think it was the 9 treatment centers that I went through. I don't think it was, I think it was when I had my last child and they were going to take him away. My children had 2 youngest children were placed in foster care. And that was like one of the worst feelings, that someone was telling me it's time to stop. And so I was able to get connected with the HELP, which was PCAP of University of Washington, which tracked me like bloodhounds for 3 years, from my birth to 3 years, and mentored me. I guess I felt like I was worth saving, and I had the support I needed to fight my addiction and keep my children safe while I was doing it. Well, I have 2 children that really have struggled. One was getting the special testing for his Tourette syndrome, and then feeling like I had to whisper that he was drug affected and that he really, really neurologically has been affected, and to get those testing for him to get the help he needed. My other son, my youngest son, he's 12, has struggled in school with his behavior. He is easily bored or finds things to do or gets in trouble. And he's been labeled as the troublemaker. He'll get in a fight. And so he was evaluated, and the psychologist came in, and the question of, and it was not appropriately asked, but the question of, did you use substance when he was pregnant? And there's a panel of a room full of it just felt very, very intrusive, and my pain was like, and I had to say, yes, I used drugs while I was pregnant and alcohol, and it was just quiet in the room. I felt a lot of stigma. And so when I was connected with the Birth Mothers Network, I wasn't alone anymore, and it was okay to talk about it, and it was okay to educate others. I felt a lot. I felt freedom and a healing, and I became to have a voice of recovery and hope. So Birth Mothers Network has opened up my life. And then I felt very validated by the women here with the Birth Mothers Network, just by us clapping for each other when we talk or share something that's important, or a struggle with school systems or healthcare or insurances or stigma from bureaucracy. We all can relate to each other. I'm educating others on fetal alcohol syndrome. Talking about prevention. Practically everything I do, I see someone or I start talking about it. So it's very, very become a big part of my life. I'm grateful for the opportunities that Birth Mothers Network Circle of Hope has really put in front of me, and now I feel like I'm free, or becoming free, from this pain and guilt and shame. And it's a healing process. It doesn't just happen. But I'm healing from something that was very traumatic, and I'm not alone. Try connecting with someone that's local. There's women in your area or who will come to you and support you. There's healing out there. This is a painful thing to go through, and if you have any opportunities to stop drinking or drugging, it is a gift. It is a gift, and it's just something that can be prevented. Fetal alcohol syndrome can be prevented.